Monday Night Raw took place in Denver, Colorado tonight, and this was night 2 of the draft. The first night was SmackDown. This is night 2. You have 40 eligible wrestlers tonight to be drafted to either Raw or SmackDown. Last Friday was only 30. So they start off with the Firefly Funhouse video package. And then Becky Lynch comes out. She cuts a promo. She talks about how she was originally scheduled to face Sasha Banks tonight, but Sasha still hasn't recovered from the beating she took. In reality, Sasha has a tailbone injury. I don't know how serious it is. It could be serious, and that would really suck for Sasha because she just came back. So if she's gone again, that really is going to hurt her. But her new opponent is Charlotte Flair. She says someone she can't get rid of, and every time they have a match, they step in, they have a war. That's definitely true. Charlotte comes out, and I know everyone's sick of seeing Charlotte and Becky. Charlotte takes a cheap shot. They have a huge fight, big battle. All the referees come out to sell it. Eventually, they separate them, and they have a match. So the winner of this match, it's not a title match, but it is to determine who gets the first pick in tonight's match, and in tonight's draft, I mean. So it's the same rules, though. Raw gets 3, SmackDown only gets 2 because it's a 1 hour longer show. So you have a good matchup here. I enjoyed it for the most part. It's not what they've had so many matches I don't want to see anymore. There is a rumor, which I really hope this is not true, but I remember hearing this rumor last year, and WWE usually likes to book WrestleMania in advance. It's that Charlotte and Becky is going to be a major match at WrestleMania next year. Probably not the main event, but that's the plan, and I think that sucks. I've seen this match a million times. I do never want to see this match again. I've seen it too much. They've done it too much times. It's been done to death. I'm so tired of Charlotte and Becky. I think that's their direction. WrestleMania, it's probably Charlotte getting her big win. I think Charlotte's going to probably win the Royal Rumble and face Becky and beat her at WrestleMania. That's where I think they're heading right now, but hopefully I'm wrong. Here, this was a good matchup here, in Charlotte for the second consecutive time in 4 days loses to a roll-up. She lost to Bayley by a roll-up, and that was for her title. And now she loses to Becky Lynch on Raw with a roll-up for the 3 count. So Becky gets Raw the first pick. Charlie Caruso's in the back. She interviews Seth Rollins. This sucks. Seth Rollins is fucking horrible. I can't wait. I want to see him get destroyed so bad by The Fiend, but I think he's going to win. Fiend's going to SmackDown. I think Seth's keeping the belt. I think he's going to beat The Fiend at Saudi Arabia, Crown Jewel 2, whatever we're going to call it. Actually, no. Okay, it can't actually. They're on separate teams. I think they may just have to kill the angle. I don't know. I guess they're just going to have to scrap it. I guess The Fiend goes to SmackDown. Seth's for sure staying on Raw. Seth's not going to SmackDown. They show, I don't know, some guy doing his thoughts on the draft. Jim Cramer. They showed the big war rooms, which is Fox and USA. Stephanie McMahon comes out to make the announcement of the picks. And here is round 1 of night 2 of the WWE Draft 2019. Raw picks Universal Champion Seth Rollins, so yeah, he's definitely keeping the belt. He's not losing it to Bray. SmackDown picks WWE Champion Brock Lesnar. Well, I don't know where Cain Velasquez is, but I would assume Brock's going to hold on to the WWE title. Seth's keeping the Universal title for the time being. It only makes sense. Raw selects Charlotte Flair, so Charlotte and Becky on the same brand. SmackDown selects The New Day, and Raw selects Andrade and Zelina Vega. I think that sucks. SmackDown has to do that. I want to see New Day back on Raw. They've been on SmackDown too long. I think it'd be. I hate the selection so far. It's just the same stuff. I mean, the shows look the same. I would have switched a lot of guys, make everything fresh, but it's the same wrestlers. They have a panel. They have Renee Young with Booker T, Beth Phoenix, and Samoa Joe talking about the draft. Kind of bored. So Zelina Vega cut the promo before her match, for Andrade's match when they come out. She wants to get one thing straight. They were not drafted into the same round as Universal or WWE Champion. They were drafted into the same round as El Idolo Andrade. Things are about to change. It's a message restaurant superstars. Rejoice because you all have the privilege of suffering a loss to Andrade. I doubt that. Andrade beats Mustafa Ali. Of course he does. Ali has nothing much. I'm Andrade, I love looking at Zelina, obviously, but I don't know. I think he's just too small. I don't think Vince is going to put the gas on him. I think the big thing, certainly they really want a top Latin star. That's a big priority, obviously. But I think Andrade is too small. He's fantastic in the ring. He's excellent. I don't think Vince is going to put, because of his size, I don't see Vince pushing him past a certain level, in my opinion. Stephanie McMahon out for the second round of the night. Here we go. Raw selects WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, the Kabuki Warriors. So I guess they'll probably get to feud Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross right away. SmackDown selects Daniel Bryan. I disagree. I would have had him on Raw. I would have switched a lot of things up. Put Daniel Bryan on Raw. Raw selects Rusev. Okay. Almost fell asleep there. Raw. Okay, SmackDown. Here's a big one. Selects SmackDown Women's Champion Bayley. So Bayley and Sasha Banks on the same brand. Perhaps WrestleMania it's Bayley, Sasha, or Charlotte, Becky as the two big women's matches. And finally, Raw selects Aleister Black. I think that's a good choice. So they show, they show those two Saturday Night Live guys. Whatever. Eric and Ivar beat. We have new Raw Tag Team Champions. Some good news. Eric and Ivar destroy Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler. Both those guys need to go. They're too old. New champions, War Raiders. Thank God. That is great. Your new champions, I think they'll do a good job. So they show these NHL host panels next, and they talk about who they would pick. And some of them, they compare them to hockey players. Here's the thing. Unless you're living in Canada, you have no idea who these guys are. So I think most people in the United States are thinking, who the fuck's hockey players? We'll go back to fucking Canada. That's what they're probably thinking. So, unless you're living in Canada, you don't really care about hockey. So, it felt bad. Eric says 3 days ago, Monday Night Raw was where they belong. Tonight they won the tax house. Ivar says it is one thing to win them, but it's another thing to defend them. They are now the first team to win the IWGP, Ring of Honor, NXT, and Raw Tag Team Championship. So, big accomplishment. Here's the thing: Vince isn't going to push them much further. I mean, they could be a top team, but he's not going to prioritize tag team titles. I really believe WWE should take the tag team titles, put everyone on one brand, and do that. Just put on one division. You don't need two belts. One division for the tag teams. That's what I think they should do. Stephanie McMahon once again. So round 3. Raw selects Cedric Alexander. Boring. SmackDown selects Shinsuke Nakamura. Why? Just put them on Raw. I mean, switch stuff up. Everyone's on the same fucking brand. Raw gets Humberto Carrillo. I don't know who that guy is. SmackDown gets Mustafa Ali again. He's been on SmackDown the whole time. And Raw gets Eric Rowan, so that's good. I mean, he's switching. Switch some fucking brands. Aleister Black beats Eric Young. Who cares about this? Round 4 is up next. Here we go. Raw selects Buddy Murphy. Good choice. I hope he does well. He's back. He's reunited with Alexa Bliss. They're on the same brand. Maybe they get back together. The thing is, I think they broke up because their schedules were so hard they couldn't make their relationship work. Maybe they had other problems. I don't know. But maybe they get back together. Hey, they were in NXT. They were together. They had, the schedules were all messed up. And now, hey. SmackDown selects Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler. So unfortunately, we have to see these fucking bums, these old losers of the fucking team. Raw selects Jinder Mahal. SmackDown selects Carmella. And Raw selects R-Truth. Thank God they're fucking split. This fucking draft sucks. I don't care about the Street Profits. OC comes out. Who cares? This was just, I don't care. Ricochet against Shelton Benjamin. Ricochet wins. Of course he does. They show a look at Tyson Fury. Then they go to Lana. And I want to change the channel. I mean, this is just awful. So, Tyson Fury, Braun Strowman contract signing. This should be interesting. Braun tells Tyson he knows a lot more than he knows. He will get these hands. Tyson says the contractor says he is a fan of his, and he has been for all. He was at SmackDown with his son to see Braun for the last few months. All his kids have been talking about what Braun has done. Tyson says he is not out of his element in any ring. He will prove to you. You will be looking up to him because he will knock Braun out, and he will knock Braun out, obviously. Braun smashes the table with his hands. Tyson breaks a pen, which is actually kind of funny. Tyson and Fury is actually really entertaining. They showed a host of today. Oh my god. Fuck these celebrities. I hate when WWE goes mainstream. It's fucking stuff like that's mainstream fucking bullshit. Anyone gives a fuck about this. Okay, so here we go. Raw select Samoa Joe before he gets injured. I know Samoa Joe's going to be injured before he can even wrestle. So Raw gets, right now, healthy Joe before he gets hurt. SmackDown takes The Miz. Yeah, I guess I wish Mist would go away. Raw gets Akira Tozawa. I mean, is this all you have? I don't know. Maybe everyone's been selected, but that's all you can have right now. For fuck's sake, SmackDown got Baron Corbin to watch fucking Baron Corbin on Fox. And Raw got Shelton Benjamin, so Buddy Murphy against Cedric Alexander. Buddy Murphy with the win. Nice win for Buddy. I like him. He actually beat Cedric Alexander for the Cruiserweight title a year ago, if I'm not mistaken. I don't care about the Street Profits. I don't care. So here we go, round 6. Raw gets Rey Mysterio. SmackDown gets Chad Gable. Raw gets Titus O'Neil. SmackDown selects Elias. And Raw selects Liv Morgan. They go to the panel. Who cares? Natalya has an interview. I think to myself, who cares about Natalya? Remember on SmackDown they had them high-fiving the Fox team that they drafted Natalya? Are you fucking kidding me? If I was Fox, or sorry, was it Fox? I don't know. It was USA, yeah. They were celebrating. I was saying to myself, they should have had them with Fox celebrating. They didn't have to have Natalya on the show. That ratings killer. So Natalya and Lacey Evans lose to Asuka and Kairi Sane. Of course they do. Yeah, who cares? The Firefly Funhouse. I don't care. Seth attacks him during it. Seth sends Bray to the wall. He says, burn it down. He pushes the table on fire. This is fucking horrible. So, yeah, this show sucked. I thought this show sucks. The draft sucks again. Worst draft ever. Not a fan of tonight's show at all.